Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Yesterday, I posted on my personal Facebook account a screenshot I took from a news page which reads, Federal Court rejects appeal by man seeking to leave Islam after converting for marriage. For the context, in some Muslim countries, and this case is in Malaysia, if a non-Muslim converts to Islam, he has to go through some legal process and get certification that proves that he's Muslim, so that he will be treated as Muslim, so that it will allow him to marry Muslim women and what have you. If at any point of time he decides to leave Islam, he has to go through the process again. And in this case, it looks like the court is rejecting his appeal. What I'm going to share in this video has got nothing to do with the details of the article. So we are not going to talk about the persons involved whatsoever. We are only going to talk on what the caption is saying and reflect upon those meanings. So when I posted, I added a caption from my own saying, he has never been Muslim to begin with, meaning the fact that he converted to Islam because of marriage, his Islam was not valid. And a good brother, Jazahullah khairan, came in to seek clarification by saying, he's not even Islam, meaning you are claiming that he's not Muslim. I don't get it. So I went in and explained a few things. So I'm seizing this opportunity to make this video to highlight 5 things more or less regarding this. Hopefully it will benefit some young Muslims out there. The first thing is, in Islam, everything we do, in fact, to begin to be Muslim, it has to be for the sake of Allah, let alone anything else we do. Let me simplify this. When one gives in charity, sadaqah, in Islam we say sadaqah. When a Muslim gives sadaqah, it becomes sadaqah if he is giving it for Allah, for Allah's sake. So it is only sadaqah when he's giving it for Allah's sake. But if he's giving it to seek people's recognition, to seek people's praise, then it is not for Allah. And therefore, it fails to attain the description of sadaqah. So it is not the valid sadaqah. To your eyes and my eyes, he's giving sadaqah. This is where intention comes in. So although he's not telling us his intention, but between him and Allah, the fact that he's not doing it to please Allah, but he's doing it to please others, then the sadaqah is not valid. And so is anything else. When a person stands in the mosque to pray in front of people, he has 2 options, either to do it for Allah alone or to do it in a way that he will attain people's praises. If he's doing it for Allah alone, then it is valid. If he's doing it to please other than Allah, then it is not valid. The same thing applies. When a person converts to Islam, he must do it for Allah alone. Whether he will get to marry a certain person or not, whether he will recover from a sickness he is suffering from or not, whether he will become rich or not, whether or not. So once this is out of the way, if he converts to Islam and he gets abused by any means, it is a test in life. That is it. If after he converts to Islam, if he earns some fortune by any means, it is something that Allah has destined for him. Nothing more, nothing less. So that is point number 1. Point number 2, as much as the guy in this case is guilty for converting to Islam because of marriage, the person whom supposed to be blamed is the Muslim woman who allows herself so low to this point that a person will come, a non-Muslim will come to convert to Islam just to get to be with her in bed. Allahul Musta'an. Point number 3. This takes us to the permissibility for Muslim to marry non-Muslim. Yes, Islam allows Muslim men to marry non-Muslims who are either Christians or Jews, who are truly Christians or Jews. In this situation, usually they don't have to, in fact, they don't have to convert to Islam for you to marry them if you choose that route. But that is not encouraged, even though it is permissible, but it is not encouraged. It is not encouraged if you have children in mind. It is not encouraged if you want your house to be Islamic, ya akhi, to be Islamic. So the Muslim man who considers this should have all this in mind. You will not be able to control your children, especially today, 2025, when women, the whole global system is giving the power to women. You cannot control your children, ya akhi. Your children will be brought up the way your wife wants, against your will, whether you like it or not. So choosing the woman is very crucial. That is point number 3. Point number 4, now let's talk about Muslim couples. A Muslim marrying a Muslim. There is a difference between a Muslim guy marrying a Muslim woman because he is interested in her alone, no one else. He's attracted to everything about her and he cannot see any other woman other than her. And he does the impossible just to marry her. There's a difference between this and a Muslim man or guy who wants to marry because he's looking for a wife. If you have not married yet and you are considering marriage, then you should take this route. The route of, I want to get married and I'm looking for a wife. And not, I want to get married and I want to marry this in particular woman. If you want to marry a particular woman, then you have to go according to her conditions and she will control you. But if you want to marry because you are looking for a wife, then you have your own checklist to meet. The woman should follow your conditions. And this, if you achieve it, inshallah, you will lead a happy marriage. Inshallah, you will lead a happy marriage. Most divorce cases we see today in Muslim communities around the world is because of the first scenario I mentioned. They marry because they want to satisfy their lust. They want to satisfy their sexual desire. They only look at the outward part of the person they have fell in love with. But the one who wants to marry because he is looking for a wife, he's looking for a mother for his children, he's looking for someone in the house that with whom he will worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with whom they will go to Jannah together. So marriage is not only about about the inspirations we seek from the drama and Hollywood and Nollywood and Bollywood nonsenses. Marriage is about leading happy life when you are at home. I hope this brings some insights for especially our young Muslims who are not yet married, that being Muslim is not about worldly affairs, worldly gains. And also, as far as marriage is concerned, we can do better than just seeing any Tom, Dick, and Harry in the street, at the workplace, or any gathering, and they say first sight, and then you fall in love for the person, and there's no love before marriage. Actually, true love, real love takes place after marriage. May Allah grant us what it takes to better and purify our dunya for the best interest of our akhirah. Until the next, I leave you in His protection. See you in Jannah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.